promises that you can't keep, but this is one that I told everyone that I would do, and that is 8:30 on Saturday mornings. Come and answer questions. Okay, so this week I posted quite a bit about verbs, and I posted some vocabulary. I didn't post a whole lot more, I don't think. I don't know. Sometimes I post as the spirit comes, right? This week was finals week for my students, my real-time, everyday students that I get paid for, right? And that I'm responsible for the direction of their education. I'm responsible for the direction of your education as you participate too. I love it. Thank you so much for um, being part of this Hillmantok inspired class. But for them, I actually have to put in grades, do finals and all, and this was finals week. So as of last night, I'm on spring break, so I am so happy. But anyway, good morning. I have Mrs. to Mrs. Cool, good morning. So yeah, I posted about verbs. I posted a couple of vocabulary words, and I don't know what else I posted, but I opened this up as my Q&A so that if you have any questions about what I posted, or you have questions about Japanese language or Japanese to Black culture comparison called Comparative Cultures, then you can come. Is my channel all about that? No, it's supposed to be my art channel, arts and media. And also I started posts on homeschooling, entrepreneurialism, all of that I'll post, but mainly we've been doing Japanese studies. So good morning, someone else popped in too. All right, so here. For the past week and a half, I've been making footage and whatnot to help people understand basic Japanese sentence structure, right? And I did kick it off with a verb, to drink, nomu, which I'm about to do right now. It's so funny. Things like mugs, cups, all of that, jewelry, whatnot, usually have a lot of meaning for me. And this time, this cup was given to me by a student's mom, one of my second graders, years and years ago, probably, I don't know, like about 7-8 years ago, maybe longer. And just about every morning I drink out of this mug. I did make kind of a sticker. I made this like a couple of years ago and it's still on there. My alicorn, right? And then it used to have his name on it, came off quickly. But this was from the mother of one of my most difficult students in second grade. Difficult as in not attentive, a bully, that sort of thing. But I just loved, after a bit, loved to see his growth from how he started at the beginning of the year to how he ended at how he ended up, and probably has graduated by now, right? From high school. But I drink out of this cup every day because things like that mean something to me. This mug, my cousin gave to me when my mother passed away of breast cancer 2 years ago. I miss her very much. And then my cousin passed away of cancer some months ago. So this mug, when you see it in my videos and all of that, it has more than one meaning. It has the meaning of remembrance and celebrating every day and that sort of thing. Anyway, back to Japanese studies. Basic Japanese sentence structure. All right, let me see. Do I have anybody here? No, I don't think I do, but I'll talk about it for just a moment. So when I gave you a word this week, the word was to drink, nomu. Nomu is what's called the dictionary form, okay? When you go look in a dictionary to find a verb, then this is the form you'll get for to drink, nomu. You have different dictionary forms like to go, iku, to eat, taberu, To sleep, neru. To wake up, okiru. That sort of thing, right? Good morning. I see some more people have popped in. We're talking about basic Japanese language and basic sentence structure, right? So, you put the verb at the end of a sentence in Japanese. And I remember years and years, decades ago, someone saying, yeah, you put it at the end so you can change it if you read the room and stuff needs to alter a little bit. But in any case, are those things are kind of in the middle towards the beginning, right? Good morning. So talking about basic Japanese sentence structure. So for example, I am going to the store. I am going to the store. The verb is to go, right? And in Japanese, it's iku. That's the dictionary form. Ikimasu is the regular, plain, polite form. Like ikimasu, hi, I'm going. Ikimasu, okay? So I am going to the store. I, talking about me, am going, right this minute, am going to the store, right? And I have a whiteboard. Yeah, I might get old school on you a little bit. I store to going, okay? So going would be at the end, okay? So ikimasu is to go in Japanese. Ikimasu, okay? So watashi, I, watashi wa, we'll talk about particles later, don't worry about it. Watashi wa omise, omise is store. Omise ni is this thing, another particle that talks about direction, like towards, to. Watashi wa omise ni ikimasu. Ikimasu is to go. Good morning, you guys. So we're talking about basic Japanese sentence structure now. So right now you're in Japanese studies, Hillmantok University. Good morning. So anyway, so where is my board? Did I leave it upstairs? I sure did. So I'm going to have to make a video. Well, like I said, I made all kinds of footage this week, but I'm a real teacher too, so I had to give my high schoolers their finals and all of that. And again, I am on spring break finally, right? So I'm going to put that footage together to kind of show you. So I am going to the store in English, right? Store is at the end. That's where I'm going. In Japanese, watashi wa omise ni ikimasu. I am, so it's I, to the store am going. Kind of like that, okay? Good morning, good morning. So I know some of you are my students who are going to join me right after the live on Google Meets for our more in-depth Japanese class. If you're interested in that, you have to register for it. That's for our safety, and so we can go more in depth. This is Japanese studies for the Hillmantok inspired university, meaning HBCU online sort of thing. So you are welcome to register. I think go to my pinned videos and click, I think I still have registration clicked up there. Go to my link tree. It's definitely there, okay? And if you're trying to join for our one that starts here, it's 8:39 in the morning. Wherever you are, I don't know, put it in chat. I'd love to hear. So at 9:05 or so, I open up, but I usually check registration to see if I have new registrants. So if you'd like to come, it's free. Register, all right? And we'll talk more about basic Japanese language structure. But what we were just talking about, if you have a way to watch the beginning of this live, if you just joined, was basic Japanese language structure, basic sentence structure. So I just gave you the example. Excuse me. I am going to the store. Watashi wa omise ni ikimasu. So Give me something else. Oh, let's see. This is coffee, which it is, because right here I have my morning shake, right? So, kohi, that's coffee. Kohi desu, that's a plain basic sentence, right? It's coffee. Kohi desu. Des is, am, are. So you are now learning some basic structure. Des. It's like desu, but you say des. And sorry, but I left my big board upstairs because I taught yesterday's last day of the quarter upstairs. So grandkids wouldn't be too loud in the background. Yes, I'm a grandmother. So here, use a little blue card. So here, use a little blue card and show you a basic structure that you can use with Japanese, and you can put almost any noun in it, okay? So if you're new to Japanese, here you go, something really basic. And if you're not new, something you can use just about any time. So, yep, I'm a teacher. I'm going to write it in Roman letters first, you know, the ABCs. Then I'm going to write it in hiragana. Hiragana is one of the 3 ways of writing in Japanese, really 4, I always like to say. Hiragana for everything, but you'll look like a kindergartner. Katakana for foreign loan words, like things they get from other languages, like coffee, kohi, okay? And kanji, which is Chinese lettering. It's not really Chinese, it's from Chinese. It was borrowed. That's why now, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that's why now when you see a Japanese kanji and you see the Chinese equivalent, a lot of times the Chinese one is more modern and simplified and all of that, and Japanese have also adapted those. But back to basic sentence structure. So I wrote it in romaji. Whatever the noun is you're going to put in there, des, okay? And it says desu, but you kind of whisper the u. You might hear someone like with a dialect or being extra say desu, extra, say desu. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't get bumped. Do you guys still see me? Hi, you guys. I see some people, some of my regulars. Do you still see me? I hope you do. But let me see. Oh, hi, good morning. Go tell John that I'm on a live. Okay, let me write it in hiragana too, okay? So the line that I'm putting there is for you to insert a noun, okay? Yep, this is a real class, you guys, so see, that's hiragana. Put some hearts just to show me you're there. Are you there? I don't know. Okay, people are there. Cool. All right, so this is called romaji, which is just ABCs, right? Roman letters. G, by the way, oh my gosh, this is the kind of person I am, kind of teacher I am. G, as in romaji. G is like letters, okay? And you already know a word that we use in English now that has that in it. Emoji, right? An emoji, like a smiley face. G, letter, emo. Two ways of thinking about it. Emo, from emotional letters, as in smiles, expressions, whatnot. And also emoji, because moji is another way of saying word. So is a picture, so picture word. So you can choose which camp you're in. So back to this, des, whatever des, put your noun here. And this is it in hiragana, desu. Okay, can you click or let me know, do you read hiragana yet, or are you an absolute beginner? Put that in chat, absolute beginner, or I already read hiragana. And if you read kanji too, you can put that there. All right, so you insert the noun. I just told you coffee, right? Big mug, starts my day. The only one I drink, unless it's decaf. Kohi desu. Kohi desu. And then I taught you water this week, I think. Omizu. Remember that one? Someone said they could reach through the camera and grab my bottle. So omizu, water. Bottle is botoru. That's katakana. Omizu, hiragana or hiragana and kanji. Omizu desu. Omizu desu. It is water. I'll teach you later how to say this is, that is, and that way over there. But omizu desu. Okay? Pencil. Enpitsu desu. So you put the noun and then you put that on the end. And again, for those of you who just joined, des is, am, are. Okay, so I need a thinner pen, but if you're an art teacher and a grandma, a lot of times you're going to be. So let's see. I'm going to put noun under the line, noun. And then is, am, are. Okay, so here you go. This is a basic Japanese sentence structure. Okay, is, am, are. So I'm your sensei, right, for Japanese studies. So I'm sensei. Sensei desu. So this noun can be all kinds of things. You can put your name in it. If you're introducing yourself and you forget how to say it in the most formal way, just remember des, okay? So whatever your name is, des, okay? Hi, so-and-so des, whatever your name is. So I see Addie just joined. Good morning. It's Drew, Yellowstoner, Wilbert, Sharina. Who else is here? So you could say like Sandra des. Say, who came? Sandra des. It's Sandra, okay? Good morning. It's Sharina. Good morning. What else? Let me give you a couple more nouns. Do you have a noun you want to know? Let me see. Check and tray. Good morning. Debbie Zimmerman. I'm sorry, sweetie. Good morning. Debbie Zimmerman des, basic Japanese sentence structure. Okay, des. So there's the hiragana, desu. And I have a feeling it's opposite for you because I think the first live I did like last month, the person was helping me out. He was like, hey, it's backwards. I don't know how to change this thing around. I don't. I'll find out. Okay, can you tell me where you guys are from and how much Japanese you know? If you're absolute beginner, can you tell me that? If you understand hiragana, katakana, tell me that. And if you don't, I already have posted videos for you to learn it really simply with pronunciation, how to write it, given you some app suggestions and all that in the past month. And I also have some downloads. They're free for people who are registered in my class, and they're just like, I don't know, $5 on my Etsy shop. All of that's in the Linktree. But if you are new to Japanese or you've been doing it a while, let me know. So I see Talon, Jorge, who else? I see some other people, Crow, Carrie Ann. I haven't heard that name in so long. Good morning, Nick. My great-grandma was Carrie. All right, Kyra, good morning. So again, we were talking about basic Japanese sentence structure. So we have a few more minutes. Let's talk about the word, okay? So there's moji, there's ji. I just want to talk about that really quickly because, again, we're talking about there are three, really four. I like to see it just like that. Three, really four, because a lot of people are like, there are three ways to write in Japanese. Hiragana, katakana, kanji. Yeah, I know I posted about nail polish and how to say it, right? And no, I posted about it and still didn't do it. Art teacher busy. I need my nails done. I know. So, manicure eki. That was like yesterday. Anyway, hiragana, for you write anything that you can say in Japanese, you can write it in that syllabary. And it's a syllabary because it's kind of like syllables. When you see a Japanese word, you break it down into beats or syllables. So if you see a long one, you can break it down, okay? It's intimidating to look at it if you write it all in Romaji, and the fact that when you're reading Japanese, they don't put spaces between words. For a beginner who speaks English or most other languages that put spaces in between, it can be a little scary, but after you get into it, you'll be fine. So hiragana, katakana, and katakana is a syllabary like hiragana. Actually, it's on the same chart style, and my charts are also there. But it's for foreign loan words. It's for sometimes dirty words. It's for onomatopoeia. And those of you who are like into languages and whatnot, onomatopoeia is like what you see in comic books: crash, bang, boom, sound effects, right? Katakana. And then the third thing is kanji, the Chinese letters that were borrowed from China hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago and fit into the Japanese language, along with hiragana and katakana. So in one sentence, you can see all of that mixed, which helps you when you start to read. So on this, we just talked a few minutes ago about basic language structure, right? Whatever, put your noun here, des. But before that, for those of you who were here, we were just talking about like, I am going to the store, right? That sentence, I am going to the store, and how in Japanese, the verb and the copula, which is, am, are, goes at the end. Des. I'm going to the store. Watashi wa omise ni ikimasu. Okay, so I, to the store, am going in Japanese, right? So let's say, give me a store that we're not boycotting or whatnot that I can put in here to write in katakana. Can we say, let me see. I see Miss Goddess Dunlop has come, Craig's come, good morning, Yo-Yo, good morning, Big Joe and Jennifer and whatnot. I see David, let me see. Target. I don't know, we're boycotting them, I don't know. Give me an easy store, somebody. I don't know, let me see. Here. Target. I'm going to say Target, okay? Watashi wa Target ni ikimasen. How about that? I'm not going to Target, okay? I'll put it in the negative. So, and I have a big fat marker because I had my whiteboard up here and I left it upstairs, but here. I am not, let's see if you can read it, going to Target. Okay, I'll write the sentence down. There we go. I am not going to Target. I think it's backwards though. Tell me, is it backwards? If so, I've got to figure this out. I am not going to Target. If it is, if you can flip it, great. Okay, so I'm just showing you not just the sentence. Okay, so I'm just showing you not just the sentence structure, but I'm just showing you how in one Japanese sentence, one basic sentence, you'll have all three ways of writing, and maybe even the fourth, Romaji, which is Roman letters, ABCs, right? So here, watashi wa Target. Those of you who, thank you. Those of you who know how to read hiragana, katakana, you'll like this. Okay. Watashi wa Target. Geto ni ikimasen. I am not going to Target. Ikimasen. Okay, so I wrote it in the same blue. It's going to be this thick marker, so let me see. Look here. Oh, no. We only have a few minutes, though. I'm like 14%. I am not going to Target. Sorry, I wrote it with a big, thick marker. And in my handwriting, here we go. We have watashi wa Target ni ikimasen. Watashi wa Target ni ikimasen. Watashi wa, and this one right here, I'm going to circle the things that are different. Usually for my students, I have 3 different colors right here, but like I said, here we go. So I have my nice little marker that I bought because everyone was like, oh, look at these markers. All right, I'm circling kanji. Okay, kanji is the Chinese lettering, okay? I'm going to underline katakana and then put a dot above hiragana. Okay, well, the dots are kind of not working out like this. Okay, so here, at the end of my sentence, in Japanese, you may notice, ends of sentence have this little circle, maru. I think it's cute. For those, I don't know if the younger people do it, but when I was in school, there were a bunch of girls who would put little circles over their eyes. I never did it. I'd put hearts every once in a while, but that was a little much for me, but it was cute for them and all. And so that reminds me of that. At the end of a Japanese sentence, your main punctuation is a little circle. Okay? So anyway, here it is. I am not going to Target. Watashi wa Target ni ikimasen. Almost put it here. So the circled ones, see, like that one, that is the kanji for I, me, watashi. And it's funny, in Chinese, I think it means private or something. I don't speak Chinese, but once you learn Japanese and you learn kanji and all, and if you live in the world long enough, you should learn a little bit of many different main languages. But anyway, I think it means private. But anyway, the circled ones are kanji, right? And you can write them in hiragana. Again, if you write everything in hiragana, you're going to look like a kindergartner. But here we go. We only have a few more minutes because it's almost time for our Google Meet after. But here, I am not going to Target. Watashi wa Target ni ikimasen. Ikimasu means to go. Ikimasen means to not go. We did a little bit of that this week with nomu, nomimasu, nomimasen, nonde kudasai, all that. We'll do conjugations later. But here you go. So I could write this whole sentence in hiragana, and the target, if I wrote it in hiragana, people would be able to read it, but it should be in katakana. So I don't know if they teach that in kindergarten, first grade, whatnot, or even in preschool, probably in kindergarten, first grade. But again, technically, you could write the whole thing in just hiragana, 46 plus the little extras. So if you are new to Japanese, the very first thing you should do is learn a little bit about it, but learn your hiragana, then your katakana. Some people like to do it in pairs. I don't like to. Well, I was a kid when I did it. I don't know if I would have liked it or not. I don't think I would, knowing my personality. So learn your ABCs, in other words, hiragana, katakana, and learn pronunciation. And I posted some things for you. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I know several people are going to come to our registered class after, and I will see you guys in about 7 minutes or so. And if you are wanting to register and learn more about Japanese, then the registration link is in my link tree, along with my Etsy, along with other things, my Tokyo treat box, all of that you can use to help support my TikTok, because this is that Hillmantok inspired tuition-free education, just sharing our knowledge, whatnot, right? So go on to the link tree and you can register, and I'll look for your registration in a minute or two. Otherwise, you can just follow and you'll be able to get, I don't know, what do you call it? This is TikTok. It'll pop up every time I post something about Japanese. And yes, you're going to get some art too, and maybe some other things too, but mostly Japanese right now. All right. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. Bye. How do I turn this thing off? Right there. Okay, bye.